Welcome back to Vojvodina, Serbia. Crickey Joe here. We do have our silage ready to go at the biogas plant. We picked up a Ford 5000 front loader and I set up a course for a front loader to unload here. I've never done it before, so we're going to see if I did it correctly. Let's get him lined up. Let's see here. Get him lined up with our starting point. Alright, now let's see. We'll do from maximum speed. Okay, now we're all those are set. We have stop and go loading on. So I think we should be good. Let's try it out. See if we got it right. This should allow us to get some steady income from the biogas plant. Please get started. I've only filled one bunker, not even completely full. I think it was at 40% or something like that. 181,000 or something like that. So he's lowering his bucket. He is loaded with the load, reversing. He should reverse to a certain point, and then she should go forward and swing around to the dump point. So let's see. We're at $6,960 right now. Okay, he went into pre-unloading position. And he should, yes. Okay, but that doesn't mean he's going to do it right. Let's see if he backs up and goes back to the start point again. Just to make sure. And if you look up over there, I bought a silage compactor for the back of this front loader. I dropped it off there because when I was setting up the course for the front loader mission, it would not go up the mound of silage, so it was hitting the ground behind it. Okay, he's turning in circles. Maybe I should have made the stop point. Alright. Let's redo this course. Let us start him. Here, let's get lined up over here further. Might as well show you how I do it. Okay, let's start the course recording there. Let's get our 2 eggs. Did we get them? There's the other one. Let's swing around. Turn into the silo. Okay, let me just look at him from the side. Let's go ahead and set a waiting point there. And then let's go up the mound. Okay, he loaded without even lowering his bucket. Let's go to the end of the silo. Just check this. Let's go ahead a little bit further. About right there. Set a second waiting point. Direction reverse. And let's reverse him back out. back a little ways. Say to there, set direction forward. Now let's pull ahead and let's turn. Let's go up until he bumps the concrete. There. And let's set another waiting point. Direction reverse. Let's back him out. Direction forward. And then let's go ahead. Let's go to right here. Stop course recording. And let's save that one as cell bunk to bio. I think I saved the other one as biogas. Okay, now let's make sure that his positions are still there. Okay, now let's reset the course. Let's load. Let's get rid of the first one since it didn't work, and let's load the second one. Speed maximum, let's make sure that is still good, and let's see if that second course will work. Okay, since he's already full on his bucket, he should still go through the motions. Down his bucket. He's full. He should reverse back to just before the start point. Okay, now he should pull ahead and swing around. Unloading position. And dump and sell. Yes. Okay, now let's see if he'll back up, go to the stop point, and then continue. Just follow through one more time just to make sure. Just to make sure that he does it correctly. Then we can leave him. We got canola ready to cut on field 65. I've got a guy planting wheat on field 41 plus, we'll call it 41, 42, and 43. So I just call it field 41 since it's the lowest number in that group. Alright, so he should swing around again. So this will help us immensely with getting to the point where we can upgrade our equipment, buy more fields, get some animals going. Since we had 180,000 or so liters, so this bucket holds 2,000. So it should be, what, about 90 trips and he should be finished. Alright, so let's go over to, let's check our crops. We've still got a guy seeding over here. He's almost done. So I sped up time, so we have a lot of a patchwork going on over here on the wheat field. But the canola field is ready, so let's jump into our combine and get him ready to go. Okay, so let's get him lined up. swing around just to make sure that the auto combine is set up correctly. Going in a circle pattern. And should be good to go. Off he goes. Let's get our tractor and a gravity wagon set up to unload him. Field 65 unload. Combi mode, and let's get our combine set up. Maximum speed. Let's get him to unload at 100%. We'll go to 80% on the start at percentage, and let's have him wait there. He will wait to unload. So basically right now we've got our biogas operation going, which we wanted to do, and this guy should be getting very close to done. I added 2 more strips of grass along this edge because with the chaffing forage harvesting that we were doing on our straw off of this field, it was the tractor was turning across the railroad track, so hopefully by adding another 11 to 12 meters of grass width there that he will turn before the railroad tracks and we won't have to deal with the train hitting our vehicle. Now I've slowed this guy down to 10 mph instead of 14 because he was skipping, and you can see the little bare patches. I don't know if it's the seed drill or it's just this field. But we have a whole bunch of bare spots on every pass, or at least every other pass it looks like. And he was leaving a little strip between passes, so I narrowed his course down from 6 meters to 5.5 so that we would overlap. So we have a field here that doesn't look very pretty, but hopefully we'll get a decent yield out of it anyway. I'm not going to go back over it again. So when we upgrade our seeder, hopefully that will remedy that problem. So what else have we got going on? We've got our... Oh, and he did, on his refill route, he did go ahead and plant some wheat on the neighbor's field. For some reason, he only did it when he got to the truck and turned back into the field. I don't know why, so we have a little bit of strip of wheat there. So hopefully the neighbor won't mind. We still haven't put the windrower away, as you can see there. We did park up the forage harvester in our little shed over here, and our forage wagon. Still haven't figured out how to open any of these doors. Maybe by the time this season's over, we will know. I've been trying every combination of... Let me try something. Don't know. I can jump. Okay. Been trying everything I can think of to get these doors open. No idea. So we have a huge shed here that we can't even use. I tried driving through the doors like on this one, but it doesn't work. So let's just double check on our front loader. Okay, what was that? Is he dumping stuff on the ground? That didn't look quite right. What was he doing there? Let's see how much we have left in this bunker. Still have 167 plus thousand. So we've made about 19,000 so far. Not bad. Still have our sunflowers in storage. When is that great demand coming up? Sunflower is in 18 hours, so we'll be holding on to that. We'll get ready to sell that once we get to that point. So this should give us a nice sum of cash. So once we get the wheat field harvested, we'll get right on that again with chaffing. And I'm using bunker 2 right now. We can't even get close to filling it up with the field we're on. Now, is he getting all that in there? I think so. Okay. Alright, so that brings us up to over $20,000 so far. Alright. See how our combine's doing on the canola. Alright, he is totally messing up. What is he doing? Don't know what that was all about. Seems like this corner gives him problems. Keep an eye on him here for a minute. Looks like the Ford 7000 has finished seeding the wheat, so we'll go get him moved here in a second. What's wrong? I'll unhire him real quick and get him set back up over here. Oh, I think because there was a gap on the end here that he didn't like that. So what I may have to do is when I set up course play for seeding, I may have to run across the end or extend my field a little bit. Really? Come on now. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just cut along this edge real quick. He doesn't seem to like gaps. So we'll just cut across here real quick, get that knocked out, and then send him back on his way. The other end will probably cause problems as well. Make a mental note to plant the ends of the field before I set up course play next time. So let's get him lined back up on this end. This back open, let him take over. Should be good now, except for maybe the other end. We'll see how it goes. So that may cause a problem. So what I may do, instead of running him on auto combine for now, I may just go ahead and set him up on course play and close that. Let's go ahead and set him up on course play, field 65 limits, and set his header to, it says 6 meters, but let's go 5.5. Let's start on the southeast corner, west. Yeah, first going to turn back to this corner. And let's set his speed down to about 8. And let's see if that'll work. Okay, 5.5 is going to be way too narrow. Reset. Back him up again. Reload field 65. Okay. Let's set him back up to 6. leave him at 6 meters to see how that works out. Actually, he's not a 6 meter, he's more like, a 7. So, sorry about this. One of those things. Actually, we can check that. Actually, we can check that from the back a little bit better. Get up here a little bit higher. How about we just set them for 6.5? That's close enough. We may adjust them next time. Just have to remember. Okay. Just let him go. He'll go back and forth along the edge, which is fine. So let's get our seed drill out of the way. Let's see, let's lift the discs. And let's move him. Let's take him back. Come on, out of the way. Farming to do here. Gate slowly. Center you up here a little bit. Alright, let's go park it in the shed over here by the fertilizer spreader. Let's see if we can get this backed in here. Can we do it without hitting anything? Let's pull ahead a little. That's close enough. Drop you off, pull you out. Need anything for him to do right now, but we'll get him hooked up to the, at least in front of the forage wagon, or the chaff wagon. Okay, how's our guy doing unloading? He is still selling for us, so we're getting now, what, 1,500 to 2,000 every load. Let's see what level we're at right now. 23,000 so far, so we should get a good sum of money out of this. We should get over 100,000, maybe $200,000, hopefully. So we can start getting some bigger tractors, some bigger implements, so that we can get this farm going at a faster pace. Let's see how we're doing here. Yeah, he's not getting a full swath. I'm going to reset him. I'm going to reset him a little bit wider. 7 meters. Okay. Turn you around. Yeah, we'll miss a strip or a little bit, maybe. At least we'll get a full header this way, hopefully. And our tractor should be coming to unload. All right. So we have our loan maxed out. I had to take out the rest of our loan money to get the front loader at the biogas, so we are maxed out on our loan. We cannot borrow any more money, but that's good that we got the biogas started because it'll bring in a good steady income for us. Make sure this guy is going to unload properly. Come on. Make sure he's going to take a full swath out of here and not miss anything. Right through the ruts. That's the only problem with the course play. It's going to end up right in the ruts. So we'll have to keep an eye on that also. Alright, so going to get a good full header. That doesn't look too bad. 7 meters. So we'll have to remember that. 7 meters on this header. Check and see how the wheat's going to be doing. We're going to have to speed up time to get this all ready at the same time. Or if by the time we get this field done, maybe this section here will be finished and we can just run course play on this edge and work towards that direction. So we just have to see. Double check this guy. Seems to be doing okay. So I'm thinking the first thing I want to upgrade is a tractor. The combine will work fine for now. So I'm not sure exactly which one I'm going to get. I think this one's, or not this one, but the Ford 7000s, I think they're right around 94 horsepower. Double check here, Ford 7000, yeah, 94 horsepower. 4-cylinder turbo engine. So I think, and I know these don't work on course play, this one does, and it has 180 horsepower. So I may upgrade to the International Harvester 3588, because I know it works with course play. Or get that one has a front loader. Wait to upgrade that one at the biogas. We have the 8430. 1,000. 9630s are actually cheaper. Maybe the 6140M. It is only 140 horsepower tractor. Or the 6170R, which is 170 horsepower. So maybe this one or the International. I kind of like to use maybe one of these over the International 3558 since it is a, what do you call it, articulated. But it does seem to work okay. 6210. So maybe the John Deere 6170R, which is a 170 horsepower tractor. So, what to think about that. And that way, with 170 horsepower, then we can upgrade to a bigger cultivator or a seeder that also cultivates. So that we can make quicker work of our fields. And also I want to get into some cattle, which I don't have a mower yet. I'm going to not do beef, cattle, and pigs or chickens because they're so far away, and I'm going to hold off on sheep. I don't really enjoy doing the sheep in this game with all the pallet unloading and loading, so I think I'm just going to concentrate on dairy cows. So we've got to get a grass field, and I wonder the grass field on 32 is 14,552, and that wouldn't be so far away from our field or from our farm that it would be unreasonable. 53 is kind of a long way down there, so we may end up thinking about getting field 32 and a mower to put on the back of the Ford 5000, just to get one of the front mowers, in-game front mowers that goes on the front of the tractor, and we can put it on the back. It works just fine. But we'll wait on that. Let's see how we're doing over here. Is he getting stuck in the ruts? He's making it through, so hopefully that'll be alright. Hoofing along. A little bit low on fuel. Got our truck. That's one thing we can do, is we can get another one of these gas trucks while we're making a little bit of money to hook up as a dedicated fuel truck, so I will do that and reset him back to the farm or deliver him. Okay, I want you to reset. And let's go ahead and get our fuel tank set up. Drive through our doors like dorks. Alright. Let's back you up, sir. And drive you out of there. Send you over to field 65 because our combine needs some help. So now we have 2 trucks, one for each operation, and we'll have to get another one to do milk and water, which wait and do that once we get to that point. Slow down for our tracks. Sounds like the dogs are barking. Alright, see if we can make it around here without wiping somebody out. See if we can't catch this guy. Okay, that's not going to work with the tractor coming right at us. Reverse, reverse. Stop him here. Excuse me. Put out our fuel hose. Did it go out? Yes. Let's jump in our combine. Let's get him fueled. Probably getting to be close to filling up our fuel truck again. So let's back him up a little. Without hitting our gas truck. Okay, get you line back up, sir. Oh, we just hit the gas truck. Drive your course, sir. Alright, so let's jump in our gas truck. Bring our hose back in. And get him out of the way. Run him over on this other field over here by the trees. Right there should be good. Alright. So how much do we have in our gravity wagon? We are at 59% so far. Double check on our front loader, make sure he is doing what he should be doing. He's making some headway, still at 137,000 in the bunker. But by having a small shovel, we shouldn't have to speed up time. We may eventually. And he will just continually work. may have to end up putting in a placeable fuel tank over here for him. Okay. Yeah, he is filling it up, so eventually we'll probably have to speed up time 5 times speed. But for now, he's doing fine. How much have we made so far? 32,000, 32 and a half. And hopefully by the end of this day, we will have made a profit. So far we haven't made a profit but one day. It was very small. Alright. So glad to get this operation going for that steady cash flow. It should give us enough money to really start expanding. Alright, let's see. What else do we have over here? We've got our truck over here just sitting. No reason for him to be over here right now. Let's head him back to the farm. Park him up. Hopefully no cars are coming. Get everything put away. Still have that windrower sitting over there, but that's fine. We're going to need it after we do the weed harvest. Just leave him over there for now. And pull him up and around here. Let's get him backed in. Through our door. It's like a force field. Alright. Let's see what tools we have. Do we have any tools? Oh, we're in the pit. We're in the oil pit. Okay. I didn't even know I had an oil pit. Apparently we do. Okay. We have a blurry toolbox. Our toolbox must be drunk. We have an arc welder. Some motor oil. A lift. Oh, I want to walk through, and an air compressor. Alright. Alright, so things are rolling. Just gonna ride along with this guy for just a few minutes. Don't have a ton of things going on right now. But I figure, I don't know about you, but I'm getting bored of doing harvest after harvest, so I'm glad to get the biogas operation going. So if I can get some cows set up before next episode, I will do that. Give us something to do besides harvesting and biogas. Yeah, and that course is too big. I need to reset that one maybe and remap it. See if he gets through the ruts. Whammo, whammo. Come on. Jump out of there. Do it. There you go. Kick her in the arse. Thank you. So he's going along at a good pace. So, I think that this edge, I don't know how it planted up or not. Yeah, it's going to have gaps, so that'll mess with the auto combine. And the auto combine also costs us higher labor, so we'll just kind of play it like this. We're kind of cheaters, but got to get this farm rolling. Alright, so he is still loading. It's going to take him a while. He's only gone down about 50,000 worth. Still got just over 131,000 to go. So we'll see how long it takes him. It's going to take him quite a while, but that's fine. Eventually I'll get a hay operation going too, where we can do some baling, sell our bales in town, maybe do some, well, we have the mixing station in town, so we don't really have to do mixed rations manually. So we may do some bales, straw, and hay bales, do some selling in town just to give a little bit more variety. I know that a lot of people like to watch the baling process, and of course play baling is very simple. And we'll probably use the in-game balers just to do it. I'm not going to get into all the different ones. I have a John Deere round baler that requires wrap, but I haven't used it much yet, so I don't know how tedious that would be when it runs out of wrap or whatever. I don't know if it does unwrap bales once it runs out or it just stops functioning. I haven't used it enough. But we'll set up a course-play course to pick up bales also, and also a driving course to take them into town and set a waiting point at the sale point so we can drop them off ourselves. And also sell them here at the biogas and just drop them off in the hopper. So right now basically all we got going on is the canola harvest and this unloading process, which is rather boring, but I did want to advance time to get to this point so that you can see how that works. Over 35,000 so far on the silage. So yeah, we're gonna make a good chunk of change. We can maybe pay down the loan, get a new tractor, or just concentrate on upgrading our equipment to larger equipment, nicer equipment. Especially with the seeding and cultivating process right now, it's just taking so long. So we're gonna have to do that. I think get a new tractor, a new cultivator, and new seeder. So I think what I will do though is get a seeder that does cultivate, so we can cut out two processes down to one. And we'll have to get a cultivator too when we do corn and sunflowers and soybeans and beets. Well, that's another thing too. We could get a beet harvester. I mean, you need to get those beets cut off. But I think before we do that, we'll end up getting a seeder that cultivates and a bigger tractor. So that's the next two things on my list, I think. So I wonder how much liquid manure we have. That's another thing we need to get going too, is the liquid manure for fertilizer. So we're up to just over 44,000 in our liquid manure tank. So that won't go very far yet. It'll take a while. Let me check this. I should be getting pretty close to full, I would think. Full, so another half a combine load probably, and he'll be ready to roll back to the farm and drop that off. See if this guy will get through the ruts again. Bam! Problem with that combine is it backs up so fast. Tear it up. So nothing major going on the farm. One canola harvest and unloading of biogas, so just basically two operations going at the moment. So I think since we don't have a lot going on, go ahead and call it an episode. There's only so much harvesting and silage selling you can watch, I'm sure. So this may not be the longest episode, but I just wanted you to see that we got the biogas operation going, and it seems to be working okay. So I hope everybody's doing well. Take care of yourselves, and we will see you next time.